What's up, Gamester? So for today, we are going to review this phone, which is the POCO X3 NFC phone. I have an unboxing video about this phone. If you haven't watched it, you can go ahead and check the link down below, or you can check that up. Alright, so if you want to watch the unboxing first before watching this, go ahead and do so, and then just return back to this video. Alright, because this video was all about the review of this phone, the camera, the looks, the display, the performance, the microphone, everything that we can review on this phone. Alright, so you better stay tuned, watch this video up until the end, sit back, and don't forget to take it easy. Let's go! Alright, so now Gamester, let me share you my experience about this POCO X3 phone. So start with, let's go ahead and discuss about the display. As you can see, the display this phone is really awesome. A phone at this price point with this 120Hz display is really a bang for a buck. This is an LCD display, by the way, but this is just good. Definitely a good display. I'm probably gonna rate the display at 8 out of 10. For the camera, so there are a lot of things that you can do with the camera. If you know something about white balance, autofocus, shutter, ISO, all the lenses as well, then I would suggest that you go ahead and go for the Pro version. But if you don't, then that's just fine. You have some presets right over here. Well, you just have to go to more, and then you have night mode. You have the 64M, which is for the megapixel or for the high resolution pictures and videos. You have short videos, you have panorama, you have document to scan document, you have actually blog if you love blogging, right? You also have slow motion effect, time lapse, you have front and back, whereas you can shoot videos and take pictures using the front camera and the back camera at the same time, which is a pretty cool feature, by the way, right? You have long exposure, you have clone, and a lot of other stuff that you can do with the camera. So camera at this price point, 64 megapixel. You also have the ultra wide camera. You also have a macro and depth camera. Quad camera at this price point is pretty amazing, guys, right? Now let's go to the audio. Audio of this phone is just pretty normal. I'll go ahead and shoot a video right now, alright, so that we can test it. Hi there, Gamester. So this is me testing the camera and the audio or the microphone of this POCO X3 NFC. Okay, so I'm not gonna do any edit on this video clip. Alright, so there you have it. So this is the other thing that they are concerned about, the speakers of this phone. By the way, Gamester, this back right over here is plastic. When the music is loud enough or pretty loud, this back vibrates. Let me go ahead and show it to you. By the way, Gamester, this is one another cool feature of this phone. This has a stereo speaker. So you have a speaker right here at the bottom. Alright, then you also have a speaker right there on top. A front-facing speaker. For me, it's good. It sounds good already, but it could have been better if they made this speaker front-facing as well, because there's a space right over here as well. It could make a difference. But there's probably other stuff under this screen, right? So that's probably why they did not include it. But yeah, that's some modification that they can do. But all in all, the speaker is pretty awesome. Alright, Gamester, so this is no copyright music. So from Magic Music, shout out to Magic Music. So this is it. So that is how this cell phone sounds. So enough of that. You can feel it that it's vibrating. What I've just noticed is because the volume of this phone at maximum is a bit larger than the usual. For example, I'm gonna play the same music on my old phone, which is a Nova 2i, by the way. Alright, so it's the same music, guys. So my phone, there's a little bit of vibration. Alright, so there you have it, guys. So that is what I'm talking about. On my old Nova 2 iPhone, the sound is not as bassy. There's more bass on this phone, which is the POCO X3, right? I don't know if you heard it or if you noticed it, but there's more bass on this phone. That's why this back is really vibrating. And another thing is, yeah, this back is plastic as well, compared for my Nova 2i, which has a metal back. But For me, it's okay. It's okay if the phone is vibrating. I can always adjust the volume. And hey, this phone really sounds good with a stereo speaker at this price point. This Nova 2i is a bit more expensive than this one when I bought it before. For the performance, I'm gonna play a game which is Wild Rift at maximum settings, ultra high settings. We're going to play Wild Rift at maximum settings, so let me show you my settings. So go to settings, general settings are just the usual stuff, but let's go to graphics, and as you can see, Gamester, there you go. My setting is at ultra high definition, and then there you go. As you can see, my volume is put to max. I usually play on to max volume and to high settings. And then let me show you the time. Time right now is 6:48 p.m. and 95% battery. Alright, so 95% battery. Let's go ahead and play Wild Rift. By the way, Gamester, if you don't know, this phone have a game turbo. Alright, so this is a good feature to have. Basically, it enhances your game if you're on game turbo, which is only available on Xiaomi devices as of right now. But this POCO phone is a sub brand for Xiaomi. That's why it has its game turbo. If you want, I can go ahead and maximize the brightness as well to really. There you go. Hopefully it still looks good on your end, so everything is maxed on max. Just to really put this phone into test for you guys.
Welcome to Wild Rift.
Very nice, KD. Where's the... there you go. Let's go to the Dragon Lane.
Yeah. World Peril Save It. I got it. I'll make this look easy.
A few minutes later.
Enemy turret destroyed. Gauntlets for show. The talent's on.
Alright guys, there you have it. Victory, although we didn't. Alright guys, so we won the game after how many minutes? Let me show it to you. I think 22 minutes. 22, right? 22 minutes right over here. 22 minutes. There you go. And let me show you the battery. 7:15 p.m. And then the battery is 86%. So from 95 to 86, so that was 9% after playing a 22-minute game with Wild Rift. If you're gonna ask me if the phone is hot, yes, it's a bit hot, alright, right now. Alright, it's a bit warm right now. But if you continue playing more games, then you wouldn't notice it anymore. Alright? That is how I usually play Wild Rift. I've been experiencing logs and freezes at times, most especially a messenger pop-up, a notification pop-up. So I've been experiencing frame rate drop just a little bit, and after it's gone, then it's all smooth again. But if you don't have any of those, then it's smooth gameplay at the ultra high setting for Wild Rift on this phone. For the battery, yes, fast charging is really effective. 65 minutes at full is somewhat true for me. Alright, what can I say about this phone? Pretty amazing phone for its price point. I like the design as well. Alright, and I also like the included case, which is pretty nice with this cover for the charging port. Alright, and yeah, I also love the circle right over here, which they match for the height of the camera. So it's always good to have this thing on, because I broke my Nova 2i's screen when it fell down without its case. So yeah, that's why it's broken now. If there's only one thing that I didn't like about this phone, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's the placement of the fingerprint scanner here at the side. I tend to always accidentally press it from time to time because of its placement. I don't know if it's because I'm a lefty or what, but I tend to touch the fingerprint scanner a lot of times, and then if you put a wrong finger on it like 3 times or 4 times, you won't be able to open the phone with the scanner anymore. Then you will just end up inputting the pin, your pin. So it's kind of useless if that's gonna happen, right? Why use fingerprint scanner if you're always gonna use pin after 4 attempts, right? So just like that, I just hold it that way. There you go. it's touching my finger right here. It's probably because I'm a lefty or what, but I don't know, guys. But I like the fingerprint better right here because on my Nova 2i, it's right over here. That's one other thing that I didn't like that they could probably improve on, at least according to my experience, alright? And then what else? The placement of the camera is right here at the center, which they can have place it right over here at the side. Alright, so it's gonna be more convenient if you're playing games with it, right? But yeah, it just depends on your preferences. For me, it's all good, depending on these are just minor things that they could have improved on, but you can get used to it. What about you, Gamester? If you think it's better that way, just go ahead and comment it down below, okay? And then, what else I have noticed? This probably has something to do with the update, right? But if you have a lot of apps open, applications open, for example, let me open Google, and then I'll open up another application. Let's say I'll open up Lazada, okay? Alright, so for example, I have Lazada open. So I have two applications open. If I'm gonna press X, you see, it's gonna open. It's not gonna close both of the applications. So that's what I've experienced, which I am hoping they can fix it, because what I'm expecting is if I'm gonna press X at the same time, it's gonna close everything, right? So those are minimal, which is can probably be fixed by doing a software update. Conclusion, yeah, I think it's a good purchase for a price point of 10,000 to 13,000 pesos, which is roughly around $230 to $270. Then this is definitely a good purchase. I definitely suggest that you buy this. Yeah, there are some disadvantages, but all in all, there's a lot of advantages, which is POCO is known, by the way, for a cheaper price. You can get an experience of a 64 MP camera, 120 Hz refresh rate for an LCD. Who else is selling a phone like this, right, at this price point? So I think it's a bang for a buck for you and me. Okay, alright, Gamester, so it's time for us to make some shout out. And by the way, I'm using the POCO X3 NFC to shoot this video. This shout out is from my previous video, which is the unboxing of this phone, POCO X3. And the shout out request is coming from, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there you go. Alright, so this is from June X Heel Van. June X said, first, pa-shoutout boss Tia Lods. I don't know if meron ng naunang iba, pero ito pa lang yung unang Pinoy channel na alam kong nag-review ng POCO phone. But actually, June, there's a lot of reviews as well. There's a lot of Filipinos who have reviewed the POCO X3 phone because it's really good, it's really awesome, and it's good for the budget. Alright, so Gamester, if you want me to do a shout out for you, just go ahead and comment it down below as well, okay? Alright, Gamesters, if this video was helpful for you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Share this video to your friends, family, or just anyone who's looking for a budget-friendly smartphone with all the features that you need for a very cheap price. Alright, and share your thoughts, questions on the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I have a new video. This is Fred once again. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out to everyone. Keep safe to all of you, and once again, don't forget to take it easy. Goodbye for now. I'll see you in another video. Goodbye now. Yeah.